Good afternoon, you guys. Happy Saturday. It's Tracy from the Creators Loft. How are you today? Okay. Wow. So, if you saw my post before, I went to the dollar store. Oh, don't go to the dollar store. They have so much stuff. It's not the dollar store for me. It's more than the dollar store. So, got a lot of craft supplies, got a lot of ideas in my head that we're going to do over the next few weeks. But today I'm here because I want to let's see, we got these napkins. Remember I showed you yesterday that I got these napkins at the grocery store because the dollar store has everything and anything you need for Valentine's Day except napkins. What's with that? They just don't have them, you guys. And what I wanted to do was turn my Christmas candles, which I got at the dollar store, into Valentine candles and put them on my table. So we're going to Mod Podge today. So get your Mod Podge. I have it here. I have my paintbrush. We have our napkins and our candles. That's all you need. And any candle will work. So if you have a short fat candle, that'll work. I just happen to have these tall ones that I told you yesterday I was able to peel off the Christmas, and I want to put Valentine's on there. So we'll put one aside for now, and then we're going to start with this one. I absolutely love this one because of all the hearts, and it actually says Happy Valentine's Day. So that's going to look super cute on my table. So this is a 2-ply. I'm going to open it up. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. Open it up, and I'm going to cut it in, just take one of these squares, because I don't need it to, I'm going to probably go all the way around. We'll see. I don't know if it'll match up very well or not. So we'll see. Sometimes the ones with the words don't match up as well as you think they're going to. Oh, knocked our little sign over there, didn't I? Oh my goodness. So how's your Saturday going so far? Is it good? Yeah, like I said, we went to the dollar store, or at least I did, and then came back home, and I don't think my son's feeling all that well, because he went with me. It was actually myself, my husband, and my son, because my husband likes to mooch around the dollar store as well. Okay, so guys, you want to take, it's a 2-ply, so make sure whenever you Mod Podge that you take the backing off of whatever you're going to do, or else it's going to peel right off, and then you're only going to have this back part on there. Okay. I'm not going to save it because we're not going to use it for anything, unless you want to use it for when you're doing another project. You can use it to wipe your hands or whatever. So yeah, we came home and he went right back to bed. So I don't know if he got up too early. Really wasn't that early or what, but I mean, we ran the vac. My husband said he ran the vacuum at home and everything, and kid didn't budge. So I don't know. I hope he's not catching something, because it's not cold out today. It's probably close to 40 right now, although they are still saying we're going to get snow later. I don't see it, because at least where I am here looking out the window, it's bright. It's not sunny, but it's bright. It was sunny earlier. Now it's just bright. But at least it's not gloomy like it's been. Now take your Mod Podge on your paintbrush, and you just want to pick a starting point and paint down. Now Mod Podge goes on white. If you've never done it, it goes on white, and it'll dry clear. So if you go a little further than you meant to go, that's okay, because it'll dry clear. You won't see it. All right. I'll put my paintbrush down here. Yeah, it seems weird. Like last weekend we had football already, And this weekend, there's nothing till this evening. 8:15, it's like, wow, you know, all day long. So later on, I'll be sitting in front of the television watching the football game. My husband just called and said that he was going to get an antipasta for us to have during. Now you just want to make sure you pull your napkin down, but don't pull it because you don't want to rip it. So I just gently pulled it, and I'm just kind of dabbing it so that it gets on the glue or the Mod Podge. I don't want to rip it because then you got to start all over again. So you just want to be very gentle with it and just place it on there. And I think these are going to come out super cute. And if that's the case, I mean, goodness gracious. After Valentine's Day, we can try peeling this off again and put St. Patrick's Day on. I could have candles for every holiday using the same candle. I like to reuse things. I like to do things that that I have laying around. I like making them into something new. All right, so that was, all right, so we can't roll the other side because I don't want to mess up this side. So I'm just going to stand it up. We're going to go like we've been. So I hope my son's feeling all right by the time game time comes around. He's not coughing or sneezing, so I'm not worried about it. And we all have those days, right? That you're like just feeling blah, and especially with the weather around here. How many gloomy days did we have in a row, right? Holy cow. It seemed like we were never going to see the sun again. Now, I'm going to put some, like, see how I have this little tab here? I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and go down like this. You can also do it on the candle if you don't feel comfortable enough putting it on the napkin going down. And then I'm just going to move it over. And then we can go over the top of this too. Now, I was on Pinterest last night and I saw, I don't have a good enough iron, but I did see where you can take like napkins and like with the heat, you can like iron them on, and then with the heat of the iron, they just kind of, I don't know, they like melt into the glass. I don't know. My iron isn't the greatest. It's pretty old. So before I would try something like that, I think I would want to buy a new iron. But I thought that was pretty neat, where it would kind of just infuse to the glass. And then, my goodness, you could have it forever. I'm really liking the way this is coming out opposed to the Christmas napkins. The Christmas napkins seemed like they were, I don't know, cheaper. I don't know. They Mod Podged and they were okay, but they weren't, I've seen better and I've done better. So they weren't my favorite. This is coming out pretty good. Now I'm going over the top of it because I want to make sure that it's totally adhered to the candle. Now I don't burn these. These are just decoration. You can see that I don't burn them at all. They don't have a smell to them either. They're not even, I thought they were like be vanilla, but they're not. They're just white, which is okay. I have candles on my stove at home that I burn. In fact, I think there's the pine one's still there because that's my favorite smell in the winter, is like Christmas tree. Oh, why didn't you tell me I was holding it? Oh man. Now let's see. Darn it. Well, it is what it is. What are you going to do? We've got another candle. We've got another napkin. If you don't like it, if I choose not to keep it that way, where it's a little messed up down here, but then again, crafts aren't supposed to be perfect, I'm going to just rip it off and we'll do it again. But nobody's at the loft today. It's so nice and quiet. Can't believe it. Usually we have hustle and bustle and noise and trying to do videos here, and everybody gotta shush everybody, and and there's like nobody here. It's great. Nice to have some quiet time. All right, so we'll set that aside and we'll let it dry. But see how it came out, friends? We'll see what it looks like when it's dried. But so far, I like it, even though it got a little messed up on the side here. But when it's sitting on my table, you're not going to see it. Now, I'm not going to use these others because it's not going to match up. So we'll just have it sit right now and let it dry. I might, because see how I have the space? I might, when it's dry, take this one and kind of piece it in there. But I don't know, I'll have to see how it looks, dry fitted in there. So we'll set these aside. And now let's try this one on this one. This one now. I think I'm going to just take it and go all the way around, because there's hearts at some of them are upside down. You're right, but that's okay. It's kind of funky that way. If we did it this way, well, yeah, the top would be upside down, but the bottom would be right, and then it's nice because it meets in the back. And that works for me. So let's cut it to size. Hopefully we'll get it the right size. I don't want it to go all the way to the bottom because I don't want it to be sitting on itself and have to worry about the bottom being ripped off or whatever. So I'm gonna go, yeah, that's good. Go a little bit. See how I'm not right to the bottom there? Because this way the candle can sit on the table the right way. Okay, so let's cut it down here and across. And if there's probably an easier way to do this. This is just my way, because how else would I don't know any other way to do it. Now that I have a kind of an idea of where the top is, I can make a better line, a straighter line. And we can always flip it too. If my line, I'm terrible. I can paint, I can draw, I can craft. I cannot draw a straight line to save my life. If it was between life and death and I had to draw a straight line, I wouldn't be here, because I can't do it. Even with a ruler, I have to put like dots, and it's ridiculous. And this isn't even straight. Oh my goodness. That's why it's going to go on the bottom. I can't. I don't know what it is. I've never been able to draw a straight line. Never. Okay. So we'll start the same way that we did with this candle. I'll just make a strip of Mod Podge down the side here. And we can go all the way up and down now, because that's how long the napkin is. Oh my goodness. I'm getting all these little, I have such a cute project that I want to share with you. It's not quite finished yet, so that'll be in the coming days. I didn't want to do a video for it because I wasn't sure how it was going to come out, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, because I've changed my mind several times. But now that it's almost done, I've taken pictures, so it'll be on the blog. But I want to share it with you guys because it is super cute. Now again, see, I almost did it. I almost forgot that we need to take, now I think this was 2-ply also. I think they both were. This is going to be the hardest part, friends. Because sometimes they don't want, sometimes they're super easy to get the backing off. Sometimes, like this one, it's a pup. It doesn't want to. There we go. I think I got it now. Yeah, there we go. I almost forgot. Oh, that would not have been good. That would have been not what not to do. What not to do. All right, so because I can't draw a straight line, we're going to put the crooked line on the bottom here. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but all I'm doing is pushing it onto the Mod Podge. Okay. I know you've probably seen this before. You saw me do it at Christmas time, so you know, this might not be for you. They were sitting here and I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not? I bought the napkins. Why not try it? And this way they'll go back on my table. And it's just something fun to do. Now I have to I can't roll it anymore because I don't want to mess up what I already did. So let's just keep Mod Podging it kind of by holding it here. There we go. Yep, so the dollar store, holy cow, guys. My husband was finding things left and right. Here, you can do something with this. Here, you can do something with this. It's like, whoa, well, okay. So I have all the stuff, and like I said, I made the post for it before. Because I was finding things, and then I'm like, oh, geez, you know, we need to make something for outside on our porch, by our front door. I really wish I had a covered porch. I don't, because then I could put more stuff out, but not having one, I gotta find and make things that'll be able to survive the elements outside. All right, now we can push this side down. Let's meet this. My bottom is definitely not meeting, that's for sure. The line at the bottom. So he was finding things. I got an idea for St. Patrick's Day now. If you saw my post, we put the wreath out. I put the wreath out there. I also have one here on the outside of the door. I have a door right here in my video room at the loft. And I have one right outside the door on the wall that I made because I bought too much garland. And I'm just cutting the excess off, guys. Too much garland at Valentine's garland. I still have some in the bag. And so I thought, well, you know what? I have another wreath frame. Let me make one for here. So we have one outside our door at my house, and we have one here outside the door. So it makes it a little festive here for Valentine's Day also. And I also picked up this. They have the cutest chalkboard hearts. And I thought, oh, that would be perfect. So I picked that one up today also. They're just starting to put out the St. Patrick's Day stuff. She was working on it. And so I'm sure there'll be more. It's just that, you know, it seems like every time I go, now there's less Valentines. And there's, you know, there'll be more spring and St. Patrick's Day. So now what I'm doing is just going over it with the Mod Podge. I'm just taking it. I like to, like I said, run over it just to make sure that it's adhered to the candle. Now, if you're going to burn your candle, obviously don't go all the way up to the top. Do it kind of in the middle of your candle jar. This way the flame has no chance of catching your napkin. I think this is, they're both really cute in their own way. So this is coming out great. It'll look great. I always like to have something in the middle of, I don't have a very big table at home. It's square, and it just seats the 4 of us. And I always like to have something in the middle of the table. I have it on a doily that my great-grandmother made. She actually took cardboard and made the shape of whatever her doily was going to be, and then crocheted the doily to fit over the cardboard. So now if something gets on them, I can take the doily part off, wash it, and then put it back on the cardboard. It's just super cute. I love them. So I have one in the middle of my table. I'm going to trim this one, I think. This side here. Let's see. You don't want to rest there, do you? Because right here, like I said, I can't draw a straight line. So it's a little bit long on this one side right here. I probably could rip it off, but there, it seems to be okay now. But it was really long, and I didn't like the way it was looking there. Okay. And it being on the bottom, I mean, I can put it in the back and nobody will see it. So, yeah, so I always like to have something in the middle of the table. Most of the time for dinner, it's just the 3 of us. My son, my husband, and myself. Because my youngest son is usually working or out and about. So here we go, friends. I know I can't really lift. There's that one. Isn't that super cute? Oh my gosh. And then here, now these will take about 24 hours to dry. I give them 24 hours. And then it can go on my table. Now what I might do with this one, as I'm looking at it, I may not. I got some ribbon here from the dollar store. It's the peel and stick. Is it right here? Let me see if I can find different. Yeah, peel and stick, like the glitter. Maybe I'll put it around just to finish off the edges here and make it look a little more fancy. Zhuzh it up a little bit, as they say. So there we go, friends. There's Mod Podged napkins on our candles. So I hope you try this. I hope that you sprinkle the video for those that maybe would like to do this. And I hope you have a great Saturday. And go Bills. Because you know darn well, here in the city, the city stops when the Bills play. It's just like a religious rite. I'm the same way, but you have to laugh because the city literally stops when the Bills are playing. The Sabres, not so much, but the Bills, yeah, everything stops everywhere, and there's nobody on the street, there's nobody on the road, there's no traffic. Because everybody's watching the game. And especially now because it means a lot. So enjoy the game. Enjoy your evening. Go Bills. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. And have a great weekend.